Hi, my element babies. Welcome back to my channel. My channel is about relationships with self first, okay? So we can have a healthy relationship outside of ourselves because we're looking to manage our emotions, all right? Because we want to understand our intuition for good health and good wealth. And we want our intuition to guide us to people that are loyal and have the tendency to have unselfish nature, all right? Because in your energy, all right, or someone around you or someone you're thinking of has betrayed you by misusing confidence, all right, because they lost their own personal identity, all right? So we're looking at lost souls, all right? So now you're understanding that you have a beautiful nature with the universe, because the universe doesn't work against us. We just need to be in the element of love and truth. That is our power. That is our strength. That is our life force. You know what I mean? Because we have to communicate with the nature of spirits. But someone has the tendency in your energy of abusing animals, people, and the environment. All right? So that's why you have to use your intuition, balance your masculine, feminine energy within yourself, and dig deep within your own creation. Because within us, all right, we do embody the goodness of God within us, because God just wants us to be good. Just why you have the word G-O-O-D, all right? When you take the extra O out, what do you have? God. So God just asks us to blend in with the nature of the universe, all right, and find that friendship within ourselves first and communicate with the nature spirit, which is God. All right, so we're looking at high vibrated energy people, because we have two energies, good and bad. All right, and someone, yes, is being very cruel and using the power, all right, to control people. So they're being quite bullyish, all right, and they're concealing their own deep fears about God. All right, and this is why they're in their energy of a verbal abuse, all right, and they have the tendency to abuse other people because they don't believe in God. All right, if you believe in God, there's certain things you would not do. All right, so now we're looking at a feminine that is the childlike, all right, turning their back on people, things, and places that like to portray people by using people's confidence and abusing it, all right, because they lost their own personal identity. So you could be thinking about a friend, all right, or a bully is a friend, or someone is bullying a friend that you know, all right, and you understand that you're a friend that's in their life for a reason, for them to understand that they have God within them. All right, we don't have to be perfect, but we can try to bring perfection within ourselves by using our intuition for our good health and good wealth, that we don't have to conceal deep fears in the ears that lead to the heart, because the word heart has ears in it. So be careful of people, things, and places that are putting things in your ear, all right, because they don't want you to go closer to God, because they don't understand God themselves. All they do is waffle. All right, they have a waffle house. Do you understand? With no syrup, just dry talking. Be the example of God. Go baptize. These people are bullies. So go and baptize and go and talk to God or your devil or whatever they've got to do. Because these karmics, they like to talk. Do you understand? They just have a waffle house because they like to conceal their own deep fears by using verbal or physical abuse, because they have no empathy. Okay? But you have it all because you're open to seeing both sides of the situation. So you understand that the masculine had a choice of two feminines. He went to one that was a bully and one was a godlike nature that's very connected to God. Like with myself, I always have conversations with God all the time since I was a child. You know. And people say you're weird, or you do the devil's book and all that. What? Because I'm intuitive and I see things before you do. Come on now. All right. So a lot of people conceal a lot of their true self, you know, because the stigma that society likes to bring upon us. But no, we're not going to learn to operate within their limitation of their mind, because they're stuck in their own society, because they like society to rule them within their fear. So they bring obstruction and limitations. No, we're moving forward, my darlings. All right. We're using God. All right, because God is our Father. God is our everything. God is our protection. God allows us to seek within our own individuality. All right, to make us know, to make us know that you are unique. Okay, so just use your intuitive side so you can start creating, so you can express from the soul, because the soul is born to inspire. All right, but the soul needs love. All right, that is the lesson of power. All right, so that's the real lesson of power, to break through society. All right, because we want to break through society's structure. Okay, because we understand that you were connected to someone, okay, and they went with a partner, a companion that is emotionally immature. So obviously, when we're around people, things, and places, we're energy, isn't it? All right. So when you are around people that are bullying and they're concealing their own fears and using verbal and physical abuse to manipulate people, now this masculine has gone into a very emotional, immature situation, insecurity. So now you're looking at disappointment because maybe someone is feeling very vulnerable around a companion. All right. Maybe a Taurus person that were given their resources to, they helped them as a charity person, they were sharing their generosity when it comes to investments, but this person was obviously bullying their way through. Okay, so they have a tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. So we could be thinking of a feminine fatale, a very deadly feminine that uses the seduction of a feminine, like the divine feminine, to seduce men, because they have a hidden agenda. Because see, secrets, they think secrets are secrets forever, but no, because they only look at one dimension of the world. There's spiritual and then there's the physical. So they understand when you go to bed in the physical, you're now going into the spiritual, and that's when all your secrets are told to all the open hearts, so everyone can be aware of who this person is. Do you understand? They are concealing their own fears with verbal and physical abuse. All right. So now we're looking at a water sign, or maybe an air sign, Aquarius. There was deception, trickery, and betrayal, because these people were cheating. All right, they're cheating to get ahead. All right, so this is why they have the tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. All right, so we're looking at a thief, okay, that is very dishonest and trying to run away with it, because they were in people's camp, in this companion. All right, they was in a group of people, but they were a spy. Okay, because they were using their power to control people within their camp and outside of their camp. Because these people, when you don't know your own power, they like to use that against you. All right. So now we're understanding, we're looking back maybe at a air sign person, all right, that is connected to God. They're leaving behind the lies, deception, and being connected intuitively. All right, because they don't want to be around emotional, immature people that are very insecure and like to project, because we're energy. We don't want to live in the space of disappointment, because when you live in a space of disappointment within the mind, at the front of the mind, it would always be in difficulties. No, we're moving away from liars, cheaters, trickeries, and the people that like to portray, because they want to take the shortcut, because they don't believe in God. So now we're heading to the direction to align ourselves with God. We want to send to God joyfully. All right, so we're sending joyfully to God. All right, because you are the Empress. All right, you have the Empress energy. You're like the mother figure. All right, you like to nurture people. You see the beauty, in creation. You see the beauty in God. You see the beauty of being good. You see the beauty of balancing feminine and masculine energy within yourself. All right, because you're recognizing the eternal force within yourself and in others. Okay. So now we're looking at friendship, because as I said, you have to have a good friendship with yourself first, so you can have a good friendship outside of yourself, because you understand that a friend is in your life for a reason. Okay, so maybe you're using your intuition to help this masculine or this feminine to walk away from people, things, and places that like to use their verbal abuse. Okay, so now we're looking at the Emperor that is connected to God. I could be talking to an Aries person, all right, that was being emotionally immature because of the companionship they had around them. They had a person that was being very betrayed. They're betraying this masculine by using the confidence, all right? And because they lost their own personal identity, or maybe this masculine, this Aries person, lost their own identity, but now they're reconnected to God, because they're understanding that people are using his power or their power to control people. All right, because now they're feeling heartbroken, but now they're going for recovery, because we're leaving behind people that like to lie, because they're very emotionally immature, very insecure. So they like to bounce that projection of vulnerability onto other people because they're being very deceptive, you know. But if this masculine leads with his vibration of energy, all right, now this bully will be lost in the wind, because everyone thought this feminine was very independent because they walk around like they're on their own, you know. But no, they were bullying their way through to people's society, to people's bed, people's everything, all right. But now we want to leave behind people that like to use their verbal and physical abuse to get ahead, because they're misusing their power, because they like to control people, things, and places. They had a tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment, and it's not nice. That's not love. So now this masculine is looking at this person or this team of people that was an earth sign person. They feel like this earth sign person, could be a Capricorn, is very controlling. They like to conceal fears behind their verbal and physical abuse. So now this masculine has highlighted the tendency to intimidate other people. Do you understand? So now he's standing in his power, okay? And that will help him to confront the inner fears that bullies within himself and other people, because they looked within this group. They were very curious. They used the air sign energy, all right, and they were looking at this group of people that wasn't being truthful. They were not being direct with the truth. They were spying and gossiping, all right. They were being very deceptive and very manipulating. They had all the talk but not serious, because they weren't trustworthy, and they kept coming with bad news, this team of people. So now we're looking at a water sign, maybe a Scorpio, looking at a loss, because it's very curious, you know, because you understand that a friend is in your life for a reason, but they came in with curiosity, spying, gossip with a whole bunch of people. So we could be talking about an earth sign and a water sign that wanted loss and regret for this friend. They wanted this masculine to stay in disappointment, mourning, and feeling abandoned and unloved, but they have no empathy. These are not your real friends. That's why it's important to use your intuition to recognize who is for you. And please write your dreams down, so then you understand who's for you and who's not for you, all right? So you can keep your heart open, and then you can see both sides of any situation. Now, the reason why they lack direction in life is because they have no empathy. The heart is not open, so they have a lack of direction, all right? All they're wanting to do is travel, but now maybe they might be having travel issues because they try to defeat an opposition, all right? Because now they're living beyond their means, because they're very jealous. Could be an earth sign person, very jealous, all right? And they're looking for material, but they're very material instability. They don't have that for themselves. They can't accumulate it by themselves, okay? So now we're looking at intuition or a telepathic communication. You might be feeling this energy with somebody, all right? But this person was feeling very resilient, very defensive, so they stand their ground, all right? They're very persistent of keeping their boundaries away from this telepathic communication, all right? Because they was around a companion that was emotionally immature, so it brought dishonesty to this Sagittarius person. So there's a lot of trickeries and betrayal. So no one spoke for 4 years, you know, because they were thieving, being dishonest, and trying to run away with it, because they were missing, you know, misusing your confidence, right? Because they lost their own personal identity. So maybe they look back, and they're looking back at lying at a, what's that, 6 of Swords, all right? So that's an Aquarius person, Aquarius. So they had a connection, all right? But there was also lies, okay? Maybe by a water sign, air sign, and the Aries Emperor, because he worked with this team of people and he enabled their bad behavior. So he ended up laughing and doing the most with them as well. They were mocking God because they didn't understand. For they're lying, they don't understand God. So these people will go to churches, Buddhisms and all that, and they don't even know what they're doing. So now we're looking at a rapid action, all right, because it was a lie, so there was a rapid action. Okay, there was movements about messages, how to come out of a difficult situation, because a masculine probably was with a companion that was lying and being deceitful because they're very immature. Do you understand? So there was speed news that arrived. So there was asking for this masculine to sort his lying life out and leave behind people, things, and places, and move on and transition into the emperor. But instead of having bright days ahead, the masculine stood behind and worked with an earth sign person and started to do spying, okay, because they weren't really a friend and they don't have any empathy. So now this masculine is looking at a loss, regret, all right, and disappointment. So now they're mourning about not moving forward because they had a lack of direction, a lack of discipline, okay. So now we're looking at leaving behind because it was emotional baggage, okay, unresolved issues, okay. And this masculine King of Wands, all right, needs to leave behind this companion because he looked at these messages and he was quite defensive, okay, but he was quite persistent of keeping his boundaries. All right, now we're probably looking at healthy boundaries now, because God has given us all the tools that we need to make action, okay, to have the strength and the ambition. But this masculine looked at these messages and he lied to an air sign person, but they never thought the air sign would leave behind the masculine because it was too busy in a team of collaboration spying with an earth sign person and a water sign person. Now they're all in the energy of loss, grief, and disappointment. Now they're mourning, all right? Now they feel unloved, so they had a lack of direction, lack of discipline. So now we're looking at the King of Wands, that's a bold leader, leaving behind, moving on, transitioning into the Emperor, or maybe he married someone else, and now he's looking at loss of emotions and loss of a team because they were being crafty. This person married and brought it themselves in for Pentacles. This is like power and money. So he went for another lover and he worked with a team of people. So he separated from divine God. He separated from God. He separated from his divine feminine. And he went to work with a collaboration of people and separating himself from his true self. So he instead he banned conflict to love and disharmony. And he focused on this goal. Alright? He was very reliable to this earth sign person and this team of people while he looked at these messages and he lied about this goddess feminine. Alright? So now he's looking at disharmony, regrets of his bad choices because he worked and built a team of people. But they're always curious about the divine feminine, but still locked her out. And they made money by using and abusing the confidence of this feminine because they lost their own personal identity. So now they're bored. Now they're bored within this team because it was unfulfilled, because they rejected an air sign person that likes to be curious. You know, as a child, maybe you like to look into things deeper than the earth, you know. You're very in tune with the mystical of life. So you look at life as an onion. But these people are very disconnected. You could be talking about a water sign person, okay? Could be a Scorpio person or a Cancer. They wanted this loss and grief for their friend. And that's the reason why that friend was in this masculine's life, a King of Wands, an Emperor. That should have had his heart open to see both sides of the situation. But this Cancer, Scorpio wanted the lack of direction, lack of discipline. They wanted them not to move forward and defeat the Two of Cups because he was the opposition. So now we're looking at planning a new direction after a loss, an Aries person. They took a pathway that was not fulfilling. They didn't choose happiness and awareness. Instead, they chose depression by working with an earth sign person. Because this Cancer person wanted to be that romantic charmer for an earth sign person. And now they're all up because they wanted this air sign to be up. But nope, this air sign has got hope. She reached out. They didn't want to help her. Now they're sitting in shame because they got secrets. But now the air sign is recovering because they wanted her to have mental health issues. They wanted her to have a lack of direction because the romantic situation didn't come through. There was no closure, no nothing. All right. So maybe some of you as well, maybe no, there's no feminines here, sorry. Sorry, this is just about a masculine looking at his direction in life, all right? That he worked with a team of people. They worked really hard. They bring patience, dependable, and they were very reliable, you know? But instead, it became boredom, unfulfilled, because they rejected an air sign person. Now they feel lost, but that friend came in for a reason, and he wasn't interested. So now they're going for a tower moment, you know. Hold on. Okay, so a foundation is coming out, all right, because there's echoes towards this telepathic communication. They were in destruction, you know, a sudden upheaval, a trauma, this water sign towards this Sagittarius person because they lied to a King of Wands, or they lied about an air sign person, or this masculine lied to conceal that he made the wrong decision. All right. So he sat in regret and fear and didn't want to make any changes. All right. So now we're looking at someone that lied maybe to a Aries or Sagittarius person. All right. Because they were flogging a dead horse. Okay. Yeah, they were flogging a dead horse. So somebody was telling that this air sign is a liar and you'll be flogging a dead horse. Just walk away from this person and transition into a marriage or a high commitment with a team of people, which is an earth sign person. But this earth sign person was lying, spying, gossiping, and being unlawful because they were concealing that they very are a bully. All right, because they don't believe in God. So now they were saying, this Leo, leave behind the air sign because you will be in conflict with that person. All right. Why don't you go and settle down with this team of people? Okay. So now there's a conflict with a Aquarius person. Okay. Because now this Aries Leo person is understanding. Okay. He was in a pipe dream. So now they've got conflict, arguments, and rows within this team of people, especially at the soul. So now we're looking at spiritual warfare. Do you understand? Because there was a power struggle, there was opposition, there was battles, okay, there was aggression, there was temper. Because everyone in this team started to clash with their personalities. Why? Because they're very ego-driven, okay? So when you're placed in your ego, all right, all that was echoes within this organization because they're very unruly, okay? So now we're looking at the Emperor, looking at an Aquarius that was a lover, that was indecisive about this person. This person is a healer. She's very connected to God, but they turned their back and stayed with an earth sign person. All right, because there was lots of lies and deception and cheating. Okay, so now we're looking at a collaboration of people that put an earth sign on a pedestal, even though they all knew deep down. All right, or maybe they made that person stay out of respect. But I don't understand how you can respect a bully and not God. This is why you're all going through karma. All right, they had this direct information and they took it to a team of people and they were focused on working with a Taurus person or Capricorn. All right, so now we're looking at a team of people are now probably looking at an Aquarius person because they bring hope. They bring inspiration. They bring the connection to God. All right, they're very creative. All right. But the masculine separated from Aquarius person, okay? But this Aquarius person brings renewal, healing, spirituality, because they're very much in their faith, because they believe in God. They like to pour spirituality in oneself and pour it out to community, okay? So now this masculine is looking at an Aquarius, a Queen of Swords, that would have been honest within this group, but instead he went to someone else. And a group of people. But now this group of people is looking, oh my gosh, what have we done? Oh yeah, you lot, because you all bloody lied. And this person came with honesty, truthful, candid, and all you lot did was spy, gossip, and was laughing. But it's not funny now, isn't it? Because you're all bored, unfulfilled, because you rejected a healer that's connected to God, and you replaced it with a bully because you're all in your bloody ego. Never mind. So now we're looking at disharmony with an air sign person. That is the star. She has the energy of the star. All right. Because this masculine was looking back. All right. Because an earth sign person was juggling. All right. Because they lack balance, lack organization, and have poor financial decisions. Do you understand? But they tried to flip it and make it look like it was the air sign person. No. So this is why this water sign and earth sign are all looking at a loss, because they went into this Aries pathway for a reason, and it wasn't a very good, healthy reason. It was about playing with emotions, abandonmentship. It was about playing with people's who feels unloved. They wanted to keep them in the energy of disappointment and grief. So now this water sign, this Aries looking at this water sign, or this Aries feels bored now because of what they did. Could be Sagittarius, all right? Now they're probably being defensive. Well, now they're looking at a loss because they juggled an Aquarius person, all right, that was in the energy of someone that's very individual. They're unique. They like to use their intuition, all right? They like to create from that intuition because they're very inspired by what? The soul, because the soul is born to inspire, all right? But no, they went to a team of people that like to do breakthroughs of society, all right, but not independently or original. No, they're not original, this team of people, all right? Now they probably want to work with this team of people, with this Aquarius person, Queen of Swords, all right? Because now they're looking at a loss that they went on this pathway with a Taurus, all right? Yes, and a Scorpio person. And all they did on this pathway, they give generosity to this Taurus because she was feeling lost. She was disappointed. And probably she was in her disappointments as well about abandonmentship. So this fire sign person said, oh no, let me abandon my divine feminine, someone I love very much, and listen to a liar, a bully, and a cheater. Because they gave them employment, they shared their kindness, they gave them wealth, prosperity, power, authority, they gave them a group of people, they made her control some of his finances. Oh yeah, but in the end, they're going to have to abandon this Taurus person because they are working with this Taurus person, but concealing that they're a bully. They do verbal and physical abuse because they like to use their power to control people, things, and places, because they have the tendency to abuse animals, people, things, and the environment. And that's who this Aries person planned a new direction with. Yep. So maybe this King of Wands is looking at these messages, all right, and he wants to keep his boundaries up. Oh, well, never mind. Discontentment, yeah, disinterested, stagnation, yeah, negative patterns. Because Taurus is worth fighting for, because you don't have no respect for your own reputation. No, they like money and power too much. Forget about your name. Forget about that you lot are famous, or you are, you know, looked up to by your family and your friends and that, you know. No. Let's forget that we have loads of eyes looking at you. No, let's continue to steal, cheat, thief. And let's do the 8 of Pentacles with the Virgo, Taurus person. So they gave this Taurus person a new job because they're self-employed, all right? It was the Pisces wish come true. You know, they were building a business. They were trading. Because, again, reputation. They're looking at their reputation, looking at their self-mastery, craftsmanship, the quality, and the expertise. But guess what? They lack. Yes, lack. Chariot can't move. Because you can't, there's only so far people can steal people's ideas and act like they're the essence of love, or with God. Like God is not watching. Like God won't stop you in your movements. So now there's no working coming in. No, there's not. No wishes come true, no nothing. No. Because this Sagittarius person made a decision, all right, to bring stagnation, delays, and not seeing the truth. But this air sign saw the truth, all right, and they know lies are going to be exposed. Okay, we could be talking about a Libra person. Yep, lies will be exposed on its way to everybody. And it's going to be very rapid, all right, because these people lack ideas, intellectual inability, and a failure. Yes, they are, all right, because they lack their own decisions. So now there's a new arrival. You could be looking at a new arrival, all right, from a King of Wands that's pouring out new beginnings, new ideas, and good news, all right. But before all this madness, all right, before they had their senses back on, yes, this King of Wands went around for a new beginning with these messages, all right, and made a stagnation and flogged the dead horse with a Taurus person, and now they got a conflict with a Queen of Swords because he juggled and gave all the ideas, plans, and all that to a Taurus person. Yes, they did. They worked with this Taurus person on their pentacles, on other people's ideas, because they were abusing their own generosity that was given by other people. This is someone that betrayed a Queen of Swords by misusing her confidence, because they lost their own personal identity. All right? He instead, in being the child nature, he went with the divine feminine. He left the divine feminine and went with someone that was very abusive to animals, people, and the environment. But they want to tell you to be the essence of God. But he left a godly air sign person that had the star energy, brought indecisive, and split with the person and walked on with an earth sign person. Yep, they didn't speak for 4 years, even more so. Yep, they didn't talk, rested her out while they gave them speed messages and pulled out for new beginnings. You can start something again, go on, create sparkling ideas from the intuitive place, which is God. But instead of thinking for oneself, he brought a battle to a Queen of Swords, because he went and juggled and gave all the money, investments from the ideas and that, to a Taurus person. And guess what? In this pathway, a Taurus person was even seeing someone else, a Scorpio or a Cancer. Users using users, players being players. So now this King of Wands held back. You understand? Because he was possessive with his Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. Now they feel wounded. So now he went with a Taurus person to do their budgeting when it comes to the cardinal. This is about their reputation, their career, their profession, their achievements, their morals. All right, but they lack direction because they wanted prestige in a position where they would be accepted in an elite of group of people, so they can act like they're godly, but making a separation from the person they got all the ideas from. All right, so this Capricorn person was either holding on to this King of Wands, or this King of Wands was holding on to this conflict and this difficulty with this Queen of Swords to justify his indecision and his separation, because he went with a bully. You understand? So now they want to bully an air sign into depression and mental institution to justify their bad behavior. Don't think so, baby boy. All right? So now this Taurus person or Capricorn is holding on to a King of Wands possessions, because they got issues, deep-rooted issues. Or this King of Wands has got some deep-rooted issues. He's very possessive about money, stability, finance, security, and the Queen of Pentacles. Obsessed over this lover. Maybe they're both obsessed. Who knows? Does it resonate? So now we're looking at two people, an earth sign, all right, and a fire sign, went off and made a separation with a Queen of Swords. All right, so now the Queen of Swords is planting her own foundation investment, because this King of Wands held back with this earth sign person and took the good news from a star energy, all right, the Emperor, that's meant to be building his foundation, but he went with this good news and planted with an earth sign person. Because they're both promiscuous. They were hasty, they wanted adventure, they got energetic stuff from this. They were happy as soon as these emails came in, because before that, everyone was silent. Suddenly, this one comes out with lions on his page. This one comes out with black and gold, because you know what? I was told about 9 years ago by Adiwali to study black and gold. All right. Suddenly, these two are wearing black and gold, trying to do the mind games. Now, I'm out. They wasn't expecting me to be out. Now they're both in their mental institution where they wanted me. Oh yeah, they didn't think I was the lioness. No, they wanted me to be discouraged. They wanted me to be insecure because I was being ignored. So I must be disappointed and be arrogant because he invested into someone else and made them created and put them on a pedestal. All right. But they didn't expect me to recover. Oh no, don't worry, baby. Now they're in heartbreak. Don't worry, honey. Don't worry. Because all they wanted was an estate, a big house, mansion. Now they're all unhappy because they wanted to postpone a reunion. What goes around comes around. Someone's leaving this home because at the end of the day, they were fighting over a real estate, you know, people's property, because he built that with a Taurus person behind the Queen of Swords, even though the Queen of Swords sent them a business plan about how to build a real estate and how to build oil and gas and how to build a solar farm. Yep. So instead, what's underneath? Oh, the spying. So upside there was spying, but now maybe they're going to stop the spying now because it's upside down, because they're going to get bad news, disappointment, because they had lack of ideas, lack of planning, and this is a player. So a player got player by the player Queen of Pentacles. Right. So now we're looking at when they went off to his Taurus person and gave them generosity. Right, it was bad business, financial management, and no, they did not finish what they started. So they went and planned, you know, they spied. They did the most, man. They did the most. They turned their back on an idealistic, romantic journey. Yeah, they didn't want to follow the heart. Nope, 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 nope. So they went into bad business. The heart's got to be open, man. Heart's got to be open. So this air sign, what I say, air sign Aquarius, over the worst, over it. She's on a peaceful resolution. She's moved on. Right, she's not compromising herself for no man, no puss, no dog, and no cat or no woman. All right, because they're understanding anyway, regardless how long this takes, because they use their intuition, because God showed everything's coming out in the open. All right, and now we're turning over a new leaf and we're making the conscious mind kick in, because you know what, we're going to allow God to take over, you know, because justice is here, balance, fairness, truth. But this masculine had a choice. All right, of lovers, a Taurus and air sign, but instead of going for the original, the unique, he went to the one that says I have, I have, I have, but through the verbal of bullying. So now this companion might be left on their own, right, isolated because of the spying, the cheating, all right, and being curious. They were stalking the Queen of Swords because she has the essence of the star, the energy that they're all chasing. All right. So now I'm looking at betrayal. So they were using the confidence because they left this feminine on her own. They thought she'll never see the light. But no, she got evidence that this person likes to abuse animals, people, and places and the environment. They got evidence now because God came in and they said, remember, I'm always there. And you turn around and you said, I know, God. Everyone else left since I was a child and you never ever left. And no one believes you, but I do. They can all jog on. There you go, because you're a merit making. Merit making, you're goddess. All right? You're a merit to God. And God always shows you that. You don't misuse your powers. You're a healer. You were sent by God as a star seed to bring healing to the nation. But somebody got jealous and envious and someone just got into their ego, power tripping, wanted money, wants big houses, wants to be in the best group of people that bring elite. But the best group that we are in, my darlings, and you could be the person I'm talking to, God. God is always with us. God is always the one that gives us the merit. God is always the one that makes us jump over hurdles when there's challenges, because they were tapped into the intuition. So we have a good relationship with yourself, because you know why? The soul is born to love. The soul is connected to God, because God just asks us to be good. G-O-O-D, take the extra O out. What do you have? A goal to be with God, to seek our purpose with the right expectations, to go towards our destiny, you know. We have a direction, but God showed us a bully and that you intimidate this person, because all they do is conceal deep fears behind their verbal and physical abuse. So now this air sign, Queen of Swords, came in, and they're the ones that help you to confront your inner fears that bully you inside. They ask you to bring goals in, and God wants us all to look within our fears and don't let the fears bully us inside, as you'll get people like a Capricorn or a Taurus or a Virgo trying to take control because they're imbalanced, so they're projecting their own fears in your ears to control the heart, so the heart won't be open, so you won't see things on both sides, or see the love, you know, of why people are in our life for a reason, for a season, to marinate good or bad energy. It's up to us, you know, because when people knock the door, it's up to you if you want to open the door or not. But I suggest to everyone, please use your intuition. You know, if you wake up in the morning and you've just had a dream, don't jump out your bed. As much as you want to go toilet, just write your dreams down to get the proof, you know. Get the proof. God is real. God is coming. I saw God did. All right. So now you're looking at an investigation towards this person that likes to have a tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. You know, they tried to abuse a goddess as well, a starseed, someone that God sent for the King of Wands, because he has never been loved as a child. So God said, okay, here we go. He made a vow to bring him a friend. And that friend came in for a reason. It was his wish, his hope, you know. But he went to worship a Taurus person instead and bring it in balance. They don't have no empathy. So God just wants us to make a vow, you know, to ourselves and have empathy by opening up our hearts, you know, by seeing both sides of the situation, which is spiritual and material. Doesn't matter if you're religious, doesn't matter if you're Buddhist, doesn't matter, you know. We can take bits from all of them, all the good bits, as long as we're connected to God and we understand the universal love. That's the most important thing, because the universe doesn't work against us, it works with us, you know. We just have to use the imagination. It brings us a variety of goods, you know. Don't play mind games with people. And when you do that, make sure you play mind games for yourself as well, because now you've got a conflict with the self makes the self, you know. Now you've got a conflict within the mind, or you've got a conflict with a Aries or a water sign person, because they've got a... People look at God very different, you know. So there's quarrels, disputation about money, about working with a Taurus by bringing this person into an environment when he easily had someone that would bring hope and joy. He could have made loads of money. Not just money though, it was creativity, love, be more connected to God, you know, everyone being their authentic self. That's the whole purpose of us being here, is to seek our authentic self, you know. But people feel like for you to be authentic, original, or different, you have to have the money, you have to have the name and the lights. It's wrong. We were taught wrong. That is not the power of whatever. That's not power. That's not real power. That's illusions. So now this person that they built with is very angry, furious about this 2 of Cups, how intuitive they were, because this feminine is very insecure. She's a bully, you know. She has a tendency to abuse animals and people, but walk around that like they're the goddess. So it's like they wanted to swap, you know, the energy of this Queen of Swords by taking the investments from her hope, her ideas, her renewal, you know. So the best thing was to do is to let this masculine be in a lie, that this Queen of Swords was lying, cheating, stealing, and they just wanted the masculine for one thing, which is to plant her foundation. But no, within this house, there's going to be a separation, okay? Because it was lying. So now there's a separation with a Sagittarius, all right, and a Aquarius person, all right? Because there's one man and 2 feminines, all right? So this masculine looked at the furious one, all right? The one that's offended, the one that's mad and very unpleasant, to build a foundation. Now they're looking at upheaval, because they looked at this intuition and he didn't take it serious. Instead, he followed the bully, all right? So now they got a conflict with an air sign Aquarius person, a Leo, all right? Because he said no to them. They rejected that person. Now this person's under overload because he knows what he did. He was obligated to a Taurus person over eternal love. That means these people don't love themselves. Okay, so now you're looking at this overload of this conflict with this air sign person, because this air sign person is very gifted and she's a souvenir. They probably want to give her a gift, but instead they took her gifted energy and planted a foundation with a Taurus person, which is quite rude. This is why they're going through a disaster, because they never thought this Queen of Swords will come out and show her true colors. You know, some people think because you love them, you're not going to come out and tell the truth about their bad behavior. So they use that confidence. Do you understand? Oh, she's not going to say nothing. Oh, no, you're not behaving yourself. Why should I sit there? No, collective. You're not going to sit there and let no one behind your back take your gifts because you're merited to God and implant with no next gal or no next man. You mad? I don't think where these people are thinking. Oh yeah, the devil. I forgot. We've been through this already. So now they went with a collaboration of people, all right, and for backup, and they took this gifted idea from God and planted with a Taurus person and a team of people. Okay. So now we're looking at this Queen of Swords that's very gifted. All right. She's being promoted by God because God feels like she's the merit, she's the souvenir, all right, to the star within the skies. And God is very delighted. So now God is helping this Queen of Swords to invest in her foundation, because it's called karma after indecision, because this masculine went with another lover, maybe a Gemini, and started planting with them, because this Queen of Swords is God's eternal love. All right, soulmate. They've been married many lifetimes. All right. So now we're looking at the lack of balance, because he went with a different person. They went to juggle. Okay, they juggled a dreamer. They were curious looking at this dreamer. They were very satisfied, you know. They were comfortable that they were being lazy while she did all the hard work by getting the downloads, writing down the messages, writing down business ideas and books. So what they did, they sat back and took all that ideas and made money and gave a Taurus investments, a team, and gifts, generosity, charity, donations, money. Do you understand? All right. But in the end, this Taurus was looking at an accident, a danger with a water sign person, because they wanted to take all these gifts and unalive the masculine and the feminine, so they can live in abundance. What did I say? They were looking for an unalivement. A water sign and an earth sign person. All right. They wanted to bring danger, all right, towards this loss. They had the plans, the direction, but it became challenging. Okay, because what they wanted, they had a lack of direction, a lack of discipline, but they wanted, and they made patience. They wanted this new job idea about imagination, about having a vow to God, goals, gifted dreamers and all that. They wanted all this idea, all right, because they had the desire for extra. They wanted the resources, yeah. So they wanted the extravaganza. I can't say certain words, you know. Yeah, I can't, sorry. Sometimes I can, it just slips out. Sometimes I just can't. It's weird. Sometimes my mind thinks really weird sometimes. Not weird, but different, I should say. Uniquely, beautifully different. Because sometimes, right, I find easy things. People that find things easy, sometimes I find it a little bit hard. But things that are really challenging and hard, those things I find really easy. It's weird, isn't it? Not weird, but different. So we're looking at people being curious, you know, because as a child, I was curious as well. I used to think, God, why is key called a key? And why is it 3 letters? And why is it K-E-Y, you know? And why can't we say the word, the F word? Why is that? Do you know, I was so curious as a child. That's how it all started, you know? This is why we're going for indecision, you know? Maybe this Libra and Sagittarius is going for indecision because it was challenges, all right? But now we're going for a resolution, all right? Because we're being very persistent with it, all right? We're being perseverant. And I heard God as well say in my dream as well, they're preparing me for Adiwali. Really? Not like this. So I'm not questioning God, you know? God knows what he's doing, you know? Just trusting God. That's what I can do, really. Change the things you can change, all right? And the things you can't change, leave it alone, you know? Well, you can tell the truth, tell the truth. You can't force no one to tell the truth, but you can tell the truth, you know, because it's your destiny with God. It's your purpose. We're all born alone, you know. You've got your own. So now they're looking at a homeless failure, castaway for this masculine. That's what the plan was, you know. The person he was laying down with, that was lying, cheating, stealing. They wanted this masculine in the end to bring all these new beginnings, good news, physical starting something, creative ideas. And then once it's done, all right, they want this masculine homeless. Because this earth sign person was holding on to this King of Wands, his stuff. She wanted aid, but instead she's got AIDS, I bet. So now, right, they're holding on to people's possessions, which is the King of Wands. But that was the plan. So they got good news from this gifted person. So they hastily went in for an adventure. But they're going to come up with bad news now, because they wasn't expecting this Taurus to be such a bad business financial agreement. Her management skills are awful when it comes to finance. They're not finishing what they started. They seek other people to finish what they started, or start and they finish. But they don't put the effort in. Everybody else does, you know. So now they're wanting to hold on to this masculine's inner peace, the meditation. They wanted to have an overload for the feminine. They wanted... This is so bad, man. Sometimes I can't believe I'm reading this stuff. I really can't. Keep going, V. Just keep going. Alright, so now we're looking at inner peace, financial security. What's underneath that again? Yeah, because this Taurus wanted to, or Capricorn wanted to hold on to the inner peace. They wanted to bring a burden, obligations, because they wanted souvenirs, promotion and delight from this good news that came from eternal love, you know. Because they wanted this masculine to blindly go into something. They wanted him to have vision problems. So they're saying that she's not psychic, she's nothing. Let's just take the words and wisdom. So it became really awkward, you know, because the masculine made a promise. And they wanted the masculine to break that promise and be irresponsible. So they focused. And they're very passionate about this. So no. Eternal love, they had a promise, you know. They made a promise to each other. But instead, he made a promise to a Taurus person. This fire sign, earth sign, got engaged. Or he gave her high commitment over eternal love. Because they wanted the eternal love. The imagination. Because he didn't want to go back and admit they were wrong. You know. And then he got the bride price as well, I guess. So now they've got arguments with two feminines now. Yeah. A water sign. He has arguments now with a water sign. Bring bad news, disappointment. They want them to be defensive against this dreamer that gets a lot of satisfaction and comfortability from dreaming. But this Taurus and this water sign lacks balance. So they came in with this lack of idea, this stupid plan. Because they're all players, you know. When the page of swords is upside down, that's just players playing players. So the player got played for foundation and groundship and investments for a career. Because it was investing in an accident for the divine feminine and divine masculine. This Taurus bring endless harm. Because they have bad finance. And they want to finish what they started. They want to bring danger, injuries. This water sign and this earth sign person. They wanted to win at any cost. But they didn't realise that the Queen of Swords was very powerful. She brought peaceful resolution. She's moving on. She's not compromising her soul for nobody or her truth. So they can end the conflict on their own. With their family. So now we're looking at confession coming out. Because this companion he went with is very stubborn. They put hate in the energy. Misfortune for a dreamer that had their destiny. They wanted them to withdraw and quit. So they made a curse with the water sign. Because they wanted the ideas, because they was inspired by the suggestion by this Queen of Swords, by her vision. They wanted it to maintain their car and their houses. and their reputation. They wanted to adjust their life by binding the masculine into his obstructive contract. So they didn't want him to go into reunion. They wanted the masculine's divine feminine to sit there crying because she didn't get an apology, to sit in guilt and confusion while they dictated what the masculine did for the overindulgence, because the masculine made them feel very blessed, you know. But no, you collective, God loves you. God says thanks for your support, because they understand this third party person was out for savings and fortune collection. So they're very optimistic. So they bring a lot of illusions because she's very disturbed. Absorb. Does that even make all sense? Oh, irritation, supernatural. So this Queen of Swords got the signs. And they told the masculine to stop. They told her to stop. They didn't want to stop. So now they're looking at bereavement, loss, sorrow. Because at the same time, all right, this Queen of Swords lost a baby, lost a family. So this person is a patron. They're going to lose that as well. Because they bring stress, heartache, pressure. They're going to have lack of sleep. And that's what they wanted. Because this Queen of Swords had lots of memories about her spirit baby that she lost. So they wanted stress for this tarot reader to be in heartbreak and loss over a masculine her baby. So they went to a ceremony with this water sign person. It's a mystery. Because they're playing with black magic, obia, so the masculine can drink, so he can be passed out. Because they want the jackpot, a fortune, a reward. But now, the person he went with is looking at depression. Now they're going to be in paranoia. So now they're looking at spiritual prison. Yep, because they wanted that for the masculine and for the feminine. To live in paranoia and be isolated. Because he went for a buy price, or he went for a bribe, a temptation, with friends that needed aid, but they were robbing, and the all-seeing eye of God saw. And now there's going to be a protest and a conflict about being original, authentic, okay? You team of people that hesitated and bullied for money, for marriage. We're going to learn from this. Because you tried to make me ill, because you coached a lot of people, because you're glutton for an adventure. So get ready, because God is here. Your master's coming off. You're going to have a nightmare over this money and trapping a masculine and trying to mess up someone's relaxation over a real estate, wealth, investments, major project. Oh, yeah. You scheduled this, didn't you? Because you wanted the triumph about self-love. Because good news came in, but your ego got in the way of your own destiny. So now you're scheduled for a natural disaster yourself in your own career. Because you wanted it for the sweetheart, because you were stalking, spying, and doing the most. And now, justice is here. Baby cup. All right, my darling. Remember, walk in love and talk in truth. Bye, my darlings. Bye.